though your brain is on and popping when
That's
you
right.
are eating
You're
carnivore.
on fire,
Yes,
honey.
for sure. You can be all creative.
This
and come up
girl
with
is
all
on
this stuff.
fire.
Yes.
It's true.
Fire.
You're focused. You're really feeling good.
It's about the meat because organic meat or grass-fed. There's a lot of grass-fed meat out there. Well, you can probably get it at the regular grocery store now. You got the commercial meat and the grass-fed meat. But the grass-fed and grass-finished is a separate level, right? So what that means is that the grass, in order to be called grass-fed, the animal only needs to eat grass for the first, I want to say
9 months.
6 to 9 months. Okay. So for the first 9 months of its baby life, it has to eat grass in order to be designated grass-fed. But then after the 9 months, for the rest of the time, it can be fed grain feed again. And so then you end up with a meat that's now taken in the grass feed, which has changed the composition of the meat. So if it's grass-fed and grass-finished, it means when the animal is finished or slaughtered, it has only eaten grass pasture from the start to the finish. So that's a different
It's
quality
kept its
meat.
nutrients.
Yes, different quality meat. It looks different. It tastes different. And it's chock full of nutrients in ways like double, triple what the commercial meat is. And so I said all that to say that you got to spend more for it.
Yeah.
And so that's obviously one of the areas where people really stumble because they're like, I want to do this, but oh my gosh. So you go there and the piece of steak is, $7, right? And then the grass-fed finished one is like 11 or something, and you're like, oh, yikes, I don't want to spend all this money on this meat. But
do you know the benefit of that is?
Yeah.
Because the grass-fed, grass-finished meat is so nutrient
Nutrient
dense,
Yeah.
it provides your body with every nutrient it's needed, every nutrient that's needed from that meat
Yeah.
is given to your body. Your body absorbs it,
Much better. Absolutely.
absorbs it naturally, just loves it,
Yeah.
and stops. You're full.
Yeah.
And you will keep that for hours.
That's true.
So you're not going to want to eat again. I eat once a day. I vary it. Sometimes I'll do it twice a day, once every month or whatever. But I can tell you this. It lasts all day. So even if you wanted another meal, you wouldn't have it for 5 or 6 or 7 hours. That's your savings right there. You're not eating. You don't need.
Yeah.
You're not buying all this
feel
food.
The pain when you have to pay for it. So you go to the register and it's like $42 for this little bit of my eggs, because the eggs are more expensive. The bacon, everything's more expensive when it's a good
pasture
quality.
raised. Yep.
So you pay all that, but then here's how it works out. You're not eating as much. You're absolutely not eating as much.
You're really not.
Maybe the first few days you're all like, yes, I get to eat all this stuff. But then after, you get acclimated, you don't. You are satiated. You are not wanting to eat like the standard American diet where you're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. I
Never.
You would be hard pressed to find a carnivore who eats 3 times a day.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be
They
hard
don't.
pressed
Yeah.
to find that.
Most of them are OMAD.
Yeah, most of them are.
They really are.
But again, even if you did 2 little meals or whatever, the fact is you spent that money for the meat, but it lasts so long, and then you're not buying all these other groceries because all you're eating is meat. So that's all you got. So don't be deterred by the cost and thinking that it's just going to be too expensive. At the end of the day, it costs cheaper than what you were buying if you weren't doing that.
That's true, because you're getting those nutrients. Even with the eggs, it takes approximately 4, 5, 6 eggs, conventional eggs, to give you the nutrient of 1 pasture-raised egg.
Right.
Organic pasture-raised egg, 1 will give you more nutrients than those 4 or 5 conventional eggs that you would have to eat. Now imagine that. You'd have to eat more to get any nutrients for your body to walk around nicely.
Right.
Okay, so why not love your body enough to say, you know what, I want to give you the best.
Right.
Because you're giving me the best, and you will when I give you the best. That's honoring your body. That's taking your temple back.
True. It
that
is.
sad thing it doesn't have you anymore.
Pretty sad.
Oh,
And then,
man.
of course, one of the great benefits is weight loss and belly fat. You lose the fat loss is great because all those fat stores. You've probably heard about intermittent fasting. You maybe even tried it. Maybe it didn't work out for you. Maybe you didn't get great results. Or maybe you just need a reset. But either way, we've got this free intermittent fasting guide for you. It's got lots of colorful pictures and lots of information with a 2-week plan to get you started intermittent fasting and enjoying the amazing benefits. So check the link below if you're watching YouTube, and if you're on the podcast, check the show notes. Get that link.
And it's easier than you think.
Yeah, so go get it. Because all those fat stores, because remember, meat in carnivore is zero carb diet.
That's right.
So where are you getting your energy from? You're not taking in any glucose.
Nope.
So where are you going to get your energy? You're going to get it from ketones.
Yep.
Right? So
Yep.
the fat in your body and the fat that you're eating with the
With
meat
the
and the
meat.
fat, 'cause you don't want to go for the lean meats that they've been telling us to go for all this time.
No.
You want nice fatty cuts of meat that
That's
have
right.
good fat in it.
That's right.
And then you're gonna
That's the
eat
good
those-
fat.
Yeah, and you're gonna be so full, and then the fat's gonna start melting off because the body's gonna use all that fat storage, the visceral fat around your stomach,
Yep.
the arms, the belly fat, the cellulite, all that stuff gets used to give you the energy, and you have a ton of energy. You sleep really well.
That's right.
Like
Because
you go to sleep at night, it's like good night. The body's like, oh yeah, doing all it's doing because you got some mild autophagy happening as well. I mean, it's quite amazing. You reset your gut. This is the weird one: is you reset your gut.
that's right.
And a lot of people feel like, oh, you're eating all that meat. It's going to be constipation. You have digestion problems. You're not going to be able to break down all that meat. It's not the case because it's good meat. It's bioavailable, and your body does break it down very quickly, and it uses like all of it. You have hardly any waste. You use all of it.
And that's a fact.
Yeah, you use it
People
all.
wonder why I'm not going to the bathroom like I used to. Well,
Because all the
because
waste
it's all
is not
being
there.
that's right. It's all being absorbed.
That's right. It's all being
It's
used.
all being used.
Yep.
Can you imagine how
No.
wonderful?
Who would have thought? I
Well,
mean, it's quite amazing.
good.
So yeah, so we definitely encourage you to, in your brain, the brain. How about if you have projects to do at work, you have a lot of like thinking to do and
Yeah,
stuff.
you're focused.
Yes, though your brain is on and popping when
That's
you
right.
are eating
You're
carnivore.
on fire,
Yes,
honey.
for sure. You can be all creative.
This
and come up
girl
with
is
all
on
this stuff.
fire.
Yes,
It's true.
Fire.
You're focused. You're really feeling good.
it's definitely true. So
And-
the same way athletes will eat carbs before a big race because it's like,
Right.
I got to have my stores.
Right.
You can be like,
Right.
I have this amazing project I'm going to do. I have this creative thing I'm doing, or I'm writing, or I'm doing this brain stuff, intellectual stuff. I'm going to do a fast. I'm going to use fasting and carnivore and meat to help to get my brain charged up for this amazing project I'm going to work on. So it's really amazing what the body can do when you really start to understand how it actually works.